I think I had one situation like that where I was in love with somebody who was AS, and I thought I was AA because I was the first child. So unfortunately for me, I did a medical exams and I found that I was AS. So we had to cut off the relationship. There are options, but to be honest, the options are not viable in our community. Once I get to meet somebody I am having this physical attraction to, I tell the person, I ask the person, jokingly, I'll be like, oh, guy, what's your genotype now? And that's it. It doesn't matter. It may seem early, but I think prevention, they say, is better than cure. If you train specific people on understanding their physiological and psychological torture and stress and process they go through, I think it will make a very big difference. I think it will make a very big difference to them because they will get people that relate to them better than other people. I don't want to sound defending the health workers right now because I am part of them. But the truth is, sometimes it's not their fault. Why? They don't understand these people psychologically. They don't understand that they are looking for the slightest part to giving them relief. And sometimes, yes, they could be exaggerating, especially when you have children who pain threshold is very low. You may not really understand that, okay, this is the level of pain they are going through because their threshold is low. There are people who are like that, and you find them too in school stuff. So the attitude of health workers towards these people, it's okay. It's a little bit complicated, and the fact that they are always looking for pain relievers make it difficult because you as a health worker, you know that there's a certain level of pain relief you have to give to this person. You can't give this person. And then this person needs more, but you can't do anything about it. And you have to be this tough-skinned towards that request. So it would come out as the person being unconcerned or less empathic because you don't want to help that person alleviate his pain at that moment. But actually, she's just doing her job and she's doing what she's supposed to. And then she's also helping you because most of them turn out to be drug addicts. And that's because they are always looking for relief one way or the other. Anything that will make them take them off whatever they are feeling. So in her own, she's protecting you from slipping into that process, especially if you have not gotten there. So that's why sometimes it just comes as they are being unconcerned, unreasonable towards these people. But she's just doing her job. Unlike some others, I am Sickle. In my defense, I am special. The lankiness and smallness to my age. Oh, I always explain. I have watched the cold center of death pass me by each time without reason. Sometimes I wish it makes a quick stop at my door. Episodes I had so tough as the burnt skin of a bull, yet holding on to unseen hope and fate as minutest of tough. I am Sickle. I introduce to you my best friend, Mr. Pain. As it visits, it strikes a thunderbolt, whipping every bone in my flesh, lashing angrily, mercilessly, without contrition. They say some pills would kill my friend. What a murder to commit. Yet it lives, just like the cat with 9 lives. And when it comes visiting again, it bears gift of excruciating, undescribable torture, throbbing viciously, making a path of many returns. I have watched the worried looks on the faces of the people close to me, the sleepless times I inflict with my cries at night, the ups and downs to building of four walls with generic smell of saturated alcohol, the pricks of needles into my vein. That's a roller coaster with a track. The long nights dragging like they never end, wishing silently darkness engulfs me into continuous sleep. You see, nature gave me no option. I fight a battle beyond the ice to survive in a hole with my back up straight, my legs carrying my weight, my hand free of needle scars, my eyes seeing in the dark, my voice loud enough, my heart beating as it should. I intend. So this is for those fighting like me, a war I must win with hope and faith. I shall survive, pull through, live my dreams. Though Sickle, I am special, alive and fruitful. The battle with no swords, a warrior, I shall emerge with hope and faith as minute as the turf. I win.
Two things were involved. The first one was my younger brother. The day I composed that poem, my younger brother was on a sick bed, and I was just sitting down looking at him crying, rolling in pain and everything, and I just felt as if I was the person, and I wished I was the person actually, because I felt he's so innocent to go through that pain. And then secondly is, I have gone through something similar. I've gone through pain. I know what it is. I know what it feels like. Though not exactly what you're going through, but I know what it feels like. So it gave me the better understanding of what that person is going through, and I was able to pen it down. And I penned that down because I was also in pain of not being able to help, not being able to say, oh, I could do this and this could just disappear right now. So it was a mixture of pain, anger, the fact that our society sometimes make it difficult for them, make it difficult for even us that are taking care of them. These are people that's supposed to be on NHIS, like they're supposed to have schemes that would help them through hospital bills and everything. And I was also in emotional distress about watching the person I love go through that kind of thing. So I think that was what gave me a better grip of and I was able to pen down what I was feeling at that moment. As a society, one, we could make life easy for them by maybe governments, private organizations, or even non-governmental organizations, finding a way to make their in and out of the hospital a bit easier. Maybe we could make it that they have a specific kind of center they could go to, rather than the normal hospitals that the normal hospitals around. Maybe they could have a specific center that is just strictly for sickle cell. That could go a long way, because I'm sure those kind of centers would have fundings and everything, and they could have a better, the less they could be able to take care of their hospital bills less. And then as a society again, we in the society should try to understand these people that they are not people that they should be stigmatized. Just because they are going through a lot of things doesn't mean that they can't do better than what they are today. Just because you are a sickle cell doesn't mean you can't be a great writer, you can't be a great doctor, you can't be a great engineer. It doesn't mean it should limit them. But you get to see that they are being said, this one is always sicky, especially when you maybe at jobs, workplace and stuff like that. They feel they are just being sick because they don't want to work or something, but it's actually not. They are not well, and we should accept it as a society. We should accept it and make it easier for them. So when in workspace and places, in maybe organized places, you don't tend to see them as people that just don't want to do their job or don't want to do what they are specifically meant to do. But create a way that, okay, they could work in a way that maybe, for example, if they're working in an organization or company, you could make it that, okay, they have this specific shift for them that would not stress them that much. Maybe during specific weathers, they could be given a little bit of holidays, more holidays than normal. It would seem they are being favored than normal people, but yes, it is their condition. This is it. As a society, we need to accept it and take it wholeheartedly. That's the only way we could help them. My few words to them today is, you guys should understand that you are not the same with us. Not because you're negatively different, but you're positively different. Just because today you wake up sick and tomorrow you're okay doesn't mean that you are somebody that cannot achieve whatever you want to achieve. As a warrior, I think you should be the best person to achieve more than what we have achieved in life. I think they should look at themselves as people who are fighting, and not just fighting to live, but fighting to make a difference in their lives. It's already, nature has already limited them. Nature has already made them into people that are seen as sometimes a liability. But they are not a liability, and they should not look at themselves as liability. Rather, they should look at themselves as people who are specially gifted at some point, because you tend to see them very intelligent. Most sickle cells are intelligent. They are intelligent. When they go to school, they are articulated. They are at some point, and when they find the right society and the right support from home, they are very confident, and they tend to do a lot of great things. So I think they should focus more on those things. Those things should be their PowerPoint, should be their will, should be their swords they use to fight, not just fighting to live. And it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be who they are. They should accept that it's okay to be who they are. That's my words today. As a person, I'm this kind of human being that loves listening to people. And when I listen to people, I get to see the other side of them. So I developed and I grew up to be this person that wants to see the other side of you and maybe find a way to help you. In all, humanity is something I cherish a lot. I tend to see beyond a person physically and just see what's behind you. So that is one drive that has pushed me into talking about sickle cell, speaking to people. When I get to find somebody who is a sickle cell, not only my siblings, I talk to them. I try as much as possible to encourage them, because that's what I love doing, encouraging people, seeing people through their hard times. I listen to people a lot, and that is one thing that has pushed me, because when I listen, I tend to see beyond who you are, and I always want to have this impact in your life. So I want you to remember me for the little words I've said to you. So that's the drive. That's the drive, basically. My name is Hawa Ishaq Ibrahim, and I do a lot. Presently, when you say Jidds, is what people knows me with, because that's my pen name when I write. That's a lot of things. That's my brand name and everything. So I am a medic. I'm a health practitioner. I work. I work with the orthopedic department in medicine and all that. I am also a fashion designer. I write. I'm an aspiring writer, and I'm a spoken word artist. And my words to people in regards to a sickle cell free society is: know your genotype. Before you ask for shawarma, recharge card, or iPhone, please ask for genotype, because it's very important. It's really important to know it. And yes, it hurts to be served breakfast by nature because I'm years and years, then you guys have a heartbreak. I think it's better you go through the heartbreak than going through heartbreaks every blessed day of your life. That's my message to everybody.